guys? T Speaks back in the building, back ready to do this thing. Let's get it up and running and popping, okay? So I am here to talk to you guys today. As you saw on the title before you clicked on, I got diagnosed with COVID. And let me tell you, it almost took me out of here. Want to hear more about it? Let's talk. First, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to go ahead and get into this thing. So, beginning of the month, February 2021, I'm thinking I'm going to be out in Mexico. I'm going to be in Colorado on a little trip. I got vacations planned. I got stuff to do. Flights are cheap. So, wake up February 1st or 2nd. What's wrong with my throat? What's the problem? I'm like, oh, it's a little cold. Let me go get some NyQuil, Dayquil. Let me stop. When I take NyQuil or Dayquil, I don't just get the little cup and just, no, baby, I take all of it. I take it to the head like it's a bottle of Patron because I don't have time to be sick, okay? I got stuff to do, bills that need to be paid, okay? So I wake up. I'm not feeling well, but I got to go to work because I'm always going to work. That's just my thing. I'm working from home. There's no excuse. So I wake up. I'm like, okay, let me get a little Dayquil. Let me get a little swig of this. So I get a little swig of that. Go on about my day. I notice I'm having a headache, and I don't usually have headaches. I don't get sick. Let me just explain that to you real quick. I don't usually get sick. If I feel a little something, yeah, I'm gonna go take something in like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, maybe lay down. I'm usually good. Typically good. Knocking on wood or my head. Sorry, that was my dog. He don't have good sense. So go through the day, throughout the day. This is about 8 a.m. First start feeling sick. 9, 10 come through. I'm doing meetings. I'm talking, but I can feel it. I'm not myself. Trying to move on throughout the day. My boss randomly asked, hey, everything going good? And I was like, listen, I'm not feeling that great, but I'm gonna push through. Push through the rest of the day to about 5 or 6 o'clock. Typically off at 5, but maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, because that's just me. And I believe it was a Friday. Don't quote me on that. So finish working, shut my computer down, go get in bed, take a nap. I'm like, I gotta take a nap. I know I got stuff I gotta do, but if I don't take a nap, take another swig of this NyQuil, am I gonna be good for nothing for nobody? So I go ahead, take some of the NyQuil, a little swig, a little bit, because I want to wake up later on. Now, had I not wanted to wake up, baby, had I not wanted to wake up, anyway, go take a little swig of the NyQuil, go lay down. My plan is to only sleep for like an hour and a half, because I think I have stuff to do. I have things to do. I always have stuff to do, and I can never get them done because I always got stuff coming up, and it's just frustrating. It just be driving me crazy. Anyway, take it down. So take a little nap. The nap turned into from maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock until about 8:45-ish. So I jump up because I'm like, oh, I got stuff I got to do. Main thing I got to do is get my dog some dog food from PetSmart. PetSmart closes at 9 o'clock. I'm just waking up. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was a little lazy the last 2 days before all this. Dog ran out of food, but he got fed. He ate. You gonna eat at my house. But he didn't get fed, not feed. He didn't get fed his typical food because I was busy. I had stuff to do. I had company the week before. I had, some situations, some events I had to attend, things of that nature. I ain't had time. I know, I'm a bad mom sometimes. But listen, he got his food. So I go ahead, I jump up, I'm looking, let me just check what time they open. Okay, it's 8:45-ish. Let me go ahead and run, get dressed real quick, throw on something, put my turban on. Yes, my turban. My turban on, my shoes on, most likely my Crocs. Threw my Crocs on, I got in the car. Now, mind you, I'm about 6-7 minutes away from PetSmart. So the way I drive, if anybody been in the car with me, you know, the way I drive, I'm gonna get there. We gonna get there. So I hop in the car. I'm like, oh, gotta get his food. I can't do him like this another day. He don't want no more collard greens and cornbread and ham hocks and stuff up in his bowl. So let me go ahead so I can get his food so I can, feel a little bit better about his diet. Although he eat it. Grits, chicken, ribs, almost almost lost him on the rip bump, but that's for another story for another day because I don't have time for the ASPCA. Not today, baby. Not today, not here, not now, not on my watch. Anyway, so jump in the car. I didn't answer the phone. I think my sister called me. I was like, oh, I can't answer. I gotta focus on getting there. Oh no, I can't answer. I didn't even answer the phone. I just stood up. Nope, gotta go. So I get there. I get to PetSmart at 8:57. And I'm rushing. And of course, when you're rushing, everything always just happens. Like the lights always change because I got about 3 or 4 traffic lights before I get from my house until I get to PetSmart. So I got every light turning red on me. I got every person in front of me going 10 miles in a 35-mile-per-hour lane. If you don't want, let me just real quick. If you don't feel like driving, or you feel like going way below the speed limit, can you do that like earlier in the morning or like late at night? Don't nobody have time for all of that back and forth. And I got this little snapshot thing in my car for my insurance to tell, how fast I'm going, how fast can't even talk, how fast I'm slamming on my brakes, how often am I changing lanes. I don't have time for y'all folks to be getting up in front of me going 5-10 miles per hour in 35 mile per hour, or in my case, 50 mile per hour lane. Because I got stuff to do. I ain't got time. Okay. Back to what I was saying. So I finally get there, 8:57, 8:56. I pull up, and when I pulled up, I knew I was going pretty fast because I was like, I pulled up and I turned to turn into the lane, and I just heard, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, well, I don't really care. Listen, I got to get this dog food. I got to get this food. I have to get it. Because if not, then I'm going to have to wake up early on Saturday to get it, and ain't got time. So I go ahead, run in there real fast, like literally ran in there. Hi, how are you? Hey, girl, how you doing? Bam, Royal Canin out. Let's go. Need a bag? Not at all. You want to donate? Not today. Bye. Get in the car, gone. Now, by the time I get home, I'm like sitting in the car because that's what I do. I can't be the only person that gets home or gets to their destination if they don't have something to do and just sit in the car. Like I literally was just sitting there on my phone. Oh yeah. Oh girl. Oh, did you do your hair like that? Swipe. Oh girl, did you brush today? All of that. I just sit in the car. It's just something I do. I don't know why. Maybe it's like my time to cleanse and get myself together and get my attitude right if I come in the house, get my energy and vibes together. Because the energy and vibes out there may not match what you want in your house. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I sit out there. So I'm sitting out there. And I'm like, usually around this time, I'm like, okay, I usually deciding what I'm going to eat. Do I want to eat? I haven't eaten much today because I've already been feeling under the weather. Let me figure out, do I want, since I'm in the car, because once I get in that car and that bra come off, get out that car and get in the house and that bra come off and them shoes, I'm done. That's it. Nope, not doing it. I'll eat some noodles, Chef Boyardee, something. Anyway, so I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, okay, do I want to get any food? And I'm like, not so much. I'm not really hungry. And it didn't dawn on me because I'm usually hungry. Even if I'm a little bit hungry, I'm hungry. I don't like to be hungry and I don't like to be hot. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead in the house. I'm really not even that hungry. And mind you, I hadn't really eaten the whole day. So that was off from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and I'm not hungry. What's wrong, baby? Is you okay? No, I was not okay. Little did I know. So didn't end up getting any food. Got out of the car, came in the house, fed my dog. He was good. He was happy. I got him a little treat, put it in his bowl. My apologies for not getting your food sooner, even though it's $40 a bag. Whatever. He ate. He was good. I laid back in the bed. Got in the bed. I just didn't feel good. I felt fatigued. I felt tired. I felt like, just blah. Like it wasn't even a specific adjective that I could add to explain to you how I felt. It was just like, blah. Don't really feel like doing nothing. Got that accomplished, but I'm done for the day. I'm just done. So I'll just, laid there. The next morning, I believe, was a Saturday. So I woke up and I knew something was still off and I just couldn't put my finger on it. I'm like, can I get up, shower, brush my teeth, all that. And I'm like, something don't feel right. I feel all achy. I felt all like somebody I don't know, like I got in a fist fight with Mike Tyson back in his heyday. I don't know. My body just felt like I was hit by a truck, a dump truck, garbage truck, palm train truck, MTA subway train. I felt terrible. And I'm like, this isn't normal. But again, you know, for people that don't get sick often, well, for me, I don't speak for myself. I don't get sick often, so I don't really, when I get a little sluggish, a little fatigued, I'm like, okay, I'll be all right. Let me suck it up. Let me do this. I got this. Didn't quite happen that way. So I'm just laying in the bed, and I ended up laying in the bed the whole day after my shower, which was not typical. Now I sleep in late because I don't work on the weekends, and I can, and that's my business. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I need my rest. I need to sleep. I love to sleep. I love to sleep on Saturdays. Wake up, shower, breakfast, mimosa, chill, sleep, wake up, eat some more, go back to sleep. That's my weekends. That's what I do. That's what I does. So I don't think I even ate that day. Again, not normal, because usually I need a little snack, a little something. Yeah, okay, eating, okay, let me get my drink. Let me get a little sip of this. Nothing. I just laid in the bed. I was achy all day. I stayed in the bed. I think I binge watched the Parkers all day. Parkers is a good show, but I sat there and binge watched the Parkers all day. I didn't get out of bed much. I just stayed in the bed. Very achy, very fatigued. I felt like I've been working really hard, like out on the construction site for a couple of days. It was just, I just felt yucky. If yucky had a description, that would be it, yucky. So I just stayed in the bed. Now later on that evening, I say about 9 or 10 o'clock, all of a sudden I'm laying in the bed, still watching TV, and out of nowhere, I get the sharpest Harry Potter thunder, lightning strike on the side of my head, and it hit me so hard. The pain was so hard. I was talking at the time, and it literally, I stopped. I had to stop. And once it went away, I was able to literally stop. And after those couple of seconds, which felt like forever, it went away. But it kept reoccurring, and it reoccurred for a good hour straight. So I got up and I was like, okay, let me get some more NyQuil. Something ain't right. My brain is like shattered at every time I deal with this, and it's about every 5 to 10 minutes, and it's just right here, and then it'll just pulsate. Then I'll feel it coming to this side, pulsate. I'm like, this isn't normal. I don't get headaches. Maybe I'm catching a cold, okay, but it still didn't feel like a cold. It didn't feel like a typical cold. Oh, I'm getting typical cold, but I just assumed it. I'm not a doctor. Didn't go to medical school. Have no residency anywhere. This is just experience, people. Experience, okay? So got up to NyQuil. I took some aspirin. I had a big, huge bottle of aspirin about this big. Got up, took some of that. Don't ask me how many I took because I don't know. And I probably didn't follow directions because I was in pain. So I took what I felt would help me not be taken to the king that night. So I took those. And of course, with all that, I was knocked out. Woke up the next morning. And then I got my body's in complete pain. I can't move. I'm just literally cuddled under my blanket with a onesie on. I live in Florida, South Florida at that. It was at least 79, 80 degrees outside, and I got on a Christmas onesie from head to toe, and I have like a little throw blanket, and I have a comforter on top of me because I'm getting cold now. My body's aching, but I'm getting cold, so I'm getting these random chills out of nowhere, and I'm freezing cold. My hands feel like numb, that they're numbing. I can feel them. They're not completely numb, but they're like starting to get numb. Like say, for instance, you put your hand in the refrigerator. You know, as a kid, you go play in the refrigerator and your mom not paying attention. You put your hands in the refrigerator or the freezer, see how long it can take in there, how long I can take. Oh, I can take that. I got about 10 seconds, bro. Let me put my hands in here. It felt like that when your hands are starting to get numb. So I was like, oh, something's not right. My body's really achy. I don't know what the heck is going on, but one thing I'm not finna do is go to the hospital. I got insurance. But for some reason, let me talk about that real quick. For some reason, every time I go to the hospital, the doctor, or the urgent care and all of this stuff with the insurance that I do have and I pay my copayment, I always get some bill in the mail later on. Excuse me, I paid that already. And you bet not put it on my credit. So I'm gonna come up to whatever office sent me the bill. You bet not put it on my credit. Okay, rant over. But that's something serious. That's a problem. That's a problem. I have a problem with that. Back to what I was saying. So I'm laying in the bed Saturday. I'm not feeling well. My body's aching. I'm having chills, and then out of nowhere, from the chills, it goes to having a higher temperature. The temperature, I can't tell you what the number is because I don't have a thermometer. I still don't. And I ain't planning on buying one. That's the truth. I was hot. I know my body was hot. I started to sweat. I don't sweat a lot. I started to sweat. I was sweating in the folds of my arms, the back of my legs, my feet. My body was just sweating. I was on fire. Felt like, I don't know, I'm not old enough to have hot flashes, but I felt like I was having hot flashes because they were just, so mind you, body aching, chills turned into high temperature, a fever, and now these headaches are coming back. They're just doing like this. And every time, if I'm talking or if I'm just sitting there, it's like I'm like, That's So Raven. If you're old enough, you remember That's So Raven when she would get a vision and out of nowhere somebody just be talking to her, she'd be doing something and and it'd be a good 10 seconds. That's what it felt like. But I was like, ugh. And it seemed like I was being dramatic, and it seemed like I was being extra and over the top, my normal self, but I wasn't. I was really in pain, like to where I couldn't even keep my eyes open while I'm feeling this whatever attack on the side of my head that's going from this side and it's coming back from this side, and it's just boom, boom, like a lightning bolt, boom, boom, boom. Take the medication. I fell asleep, slept for a couple hours, woke back up, even worse. I felt like I wasn't hungry. I hadn't eaten, mind you, I hadn't eaten since Friday. So this is now Saturday afternoon, still not hungry, hot, cold, headaches, achy. Again, I'm like, okay, this is not that serious. I'll be all right. It's the weekend, it's gonna screw up my weekend, but it is what it is. I'm actually glad it happened on the weekend, not during the weekday, so I don't have to miss work. Again, I'm like, it's nothing. It's not a big deal. It's fine. I'll be okay. No. Sunday comes. Now, Sunday, I did have plans to go to our fair. We had a fair, little county fair in town, and I planned on going back to that fair. Don't judge me. I planned on going back to that fair to get some foods that I had the first time I went, and I ate them all, and I still wanted to go and get some more because Sunday was the last day. I wanted some kettle cooked popcorn. I wanted a caramel candy apple Granny Smith only. And I wanted to just eat and just be, that was my happy place. And I just eat and just enjoy. And I was walking around watching everybody do their own la-di-da thing. That's my thing. That's what I was planning on doing. Sunday was the last day. I was like, okay, cool. I'm going Sunday. I don't care who's here, who's not here, who want to go. I ain't got time. I'm gone. I want to eat. So I wake up Sunday and I'm like, ooh, I want to go to the fair. And then I feel this boom, 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 boom. Almost like the Law and Order or the Netflix when you start it off and it goes doom, doom. It felt like that. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, oh, no. I could have sworn I took some medicine. I took all this NyQuil. I took all these aspirins. What's going on? Something ain't right. Because typically those knock them out and knock me out. And next morning I'm good. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do some stuff. Nope. Body was in pain. Literally couldn't move. Was laid on one side of the bed, just stuck. Literally just stuck. You ever had an edible and you think it's not doing anything, so you eat a little bit more, and eat a little bit more, and eat a little bit more, and then maybe like an hour or so later, you just stuck. You can't move, can't talk, can't walk, can't do nothing, stuck. I was stuck like Chuck, okay? Stuck. So I'm laying there. I'm still having these headaches. Now I'm not having the chills as much as I'm having this fever. This fever is like hot. It's coming. It's like opening up the oven on 450 that's been preheating for a good 30 minutes. You just open it up and then boom, hits your face. That's the heat I was feeling. It was coming and going and coming and going. Still, again, not hungry. And I started to notice, really don't smell anything. I'm like, I don't smell much. Is everything just clean and perfect and all this, that, and the other? My house is clean. Play with your mama, not me. I noticed I just couldn't smell things. And I was asked this, hey, smell this. I can't smell nothing. I don't know what's going on. And mind you, I hadn't eaten, so I really didn't have any, I didn't know if I had a taste because I didn't eat anything. So, still in the bed, and I was like, you know what? This is going to blow over by 12 o'clock. I'm still going to the fair because I made plans. I promised that to myself. I was going to the fair and I was going to eat like a pig. That's what I do. That's my business and it's my money and I can do what I want. So I'm going to the fair. Little did I know, I was going nowhere. So I took more medication, down more NyQuil, took a hot shower, nothing. Still nothing. I was still sick. In the shower, I'm in there trying to stand, and I noticed like, oh, I'm so weak, I can barely stand up. And I'm like, okay, this isn't good. This is not. This, I can't wash properly. Well, okay, let me back it up. I was able to wash properly. However, I wasn't able to stand so I can, I like just standing there sometimes. Just standing there and just reflect on my thoughts and get my mind together and get my thoughts together and get me all the way together, including my body, before I get out my shower. And I couldn't do that. I was able to wash, get everything all scrubby up, but then I was done. I had to get out. I couldn't take it. I couldn't stand much longer. Get back out, lay in the bed, turn on the Parkers, Moesha, somebody on Netflix. I don't know. At this point, I was so sick. I just felt like I need something to talk to me while I'm sleeping or while I'm just laying here, but I'm not really watching it. I just need something here because something ain't right. My head is pounding, my body's aching. I got these hot sweats coming from everywhere. I'm sweating, my body's sweating. My sheets at this point are getting drenched in sweat. You could probably squeeze it. I know it's disgusting, but you could probably squeeze that sheet and saw the sweat coming out. It's disgusting. It's been washed out. I ain't nasty. I wash clothes around here too. But yeah, it was just disgusting. And I just laid there. I couldn't do nothing. So, Monday comes around. I try to be a big girl, try to put my big girl panties on. You know what? I know I don't feel good, but this is something small. This ain't nothing. This is a small thing to a giant. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go to work. Did my same routine, a couple aspirin, a lot of NyQuil, put it in the red cup. No, I'm just joking. I didn't put it in the red cup. Had a little bit of that, trying to work about to 10:30. I had to reach out to my boss and I was like, I can't do this no more. I tried to work. I'm not feeling well. Bye. And I did it. I had to do it like that because I know myself. And a lot of times I'll just sit there and endure it and just deal with it and be in pain and be all of this. And I'm trying to work and it's not good for me. It's not good for me. At the end of the day, it's not good for me. It's not. And I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to put myself at risk, my health at risk, just so I can work when I have tons of vacation time. So, no. He was like, okay, cool. No worries. Have a good day. Whatever. Something prompted me. I'm trying to think. I was talking to maybe a family member or somebody, and I was just, not sounding myself. Oh, no. What it was I had to do a Zoom meeting that night. I remember the Zoom meeting at night because I got invited to be in a friend's wedding. So she wanted to have all her bridesmaids in a Zoom meeting. And of course I had my camera off because I was looking dead to the bed, hair all over the place, lips all dry and dehydrated. I was like, listen, I told her at the beginning, listen, I'm here, listen to the meeting and all that there. But baby, I look like death. You don't want to see me. She's like, okay, no worries, you cool. I sat there and listened. I was able to listen to the meeting, blah, blah, blah. But the whole time I just literally sat there with these headaches and these body aches, and I'm doing all this and I'm trying to listen in because I'm like, I'm going to be the only person that's sick and I didn't really get a chance to listen in. So I'm really trying to listen in and literally fell asleep on the Zoom call. Shh, don't tell her. I didn't fall asleep on the Zoom call. I was just resting my eyes in my dad's voice. I was in and out. I had one foot on earth, the other foot with the Lord. I tell you no lie. And I remember talking to her, and she told me, when we texted after the meeting, after I woke up, she was like, well, your symptoms sound off. You might want to go, have you gotten a COVID test? And I was like, COVID test? No, girl, I'm fine. I'm just got a little, I'll be good. And then I thought about it more, and I was like, well, it won't hurt. So I ended up, Tuesday morning, I called my boss, not my boss. He must be talking about me. I know he talked about me. Talk to you blue in the face. Anyway, I called my doctor, told her what was going on, and she was like, well, have you had a COVID test? Now, mind you, she had been trying to get me to take a COVID test back in like April, May last year. And I was like, girl, a COVID test for what? You want to take a test for what, honey? What's the big, sweetie? So I told her no. Basically, I was like, no, ma'am, no. I don't know about y'all, but I tell my doctor straight up, I don't have time for the Mickey Mouse and the back and forth. You want to take a COVID test for what? My face probably went just like this. For what? For what? Probably had my wig on. For what, sis? For what? So I told her no, long story short. So this time around, I called her, I told her my symptoms. She was like, have you had a COVID test? I was like, no. Low-key, I was terrified to take the dang on test because I see how they stick up your nose up to your brain. And mind you, I'd already had these brain headaches for a couple of days now. So my brain is tired. My brain is done. Over. But she was like, yeah, you probably need to take a COVID test. I was like, okay, whatever. And I put it in my mind, but I knew I had to come in and do it. She told me the times to come in and do it for the appointment. Well, to get with the test. She was setting appointments. You could do a walk-in. So I said, okay, let me just do it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to harp on it. I'm just going to walk in and do it. That's kind of how I do like my tattoos. When I go get tattoos, I don't think about no pain. I don't think about nothing else. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Walk in and do it and done. So I'm like, if I could do that for a tattoo, I can go in and get a COVID test and check and make sure I'm good. So she prescribed me some antibiotics. Oh, did I finish those antibiotics? Note to self, finish taking your antibiotics once you're done with the YouTube video. Boop. Anyway, she ordered me some antibiotics from, I don't know, somebody, pharmacy somewhere close to, I don't know. I'm not trying to make them money, telling their names where I go. Y'all might be looking for me. Don't be looking for me. Don't be looking for me, baby. So I be in and out. In there like swimwear and out. Like back here. That didn't make sense, did it? Okay, it sounded good before I said it. Don't do me. So anyway, I go to Walgreens. Said it anyway. I go to Walgreens, get my prescription. Actually did the drive-thru because I didn't want to get out. Tired, achy, fatigued at this point. Same day, go get my prescription. And then I head over to her office and do the test. I get there. Of course, I had my mask on. Mask. You got your mask on today? Mask. I have a mask on. I go in there. I was tired. So let me tell you. So the week before I had a funeral to go to. So I had, I had my hair all, done. So I looked decent. Because I didn't want to walk in there all crazy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that and be disrespectful. So I think I had a lace. I had a lace on, little edges all slit down, baby, But due to this crazy temperature, me rolling around in the bed, screaming and yelling about this headache, my body aching, that lace was lifting, and I wasn't going out in public looking like that. Now, I felt like I was Tales of the Crypt character, but I wasn't trying to look like that. So I did look a little crazy when I went in there. I couldn't find my little turban that I like to wear because my wig was pushed back all over the place like a bird's nest. So I had a hat, winter hat that I had from New York, had a little pom-pom on it with the fuzz on it and a little knit hat. Listen, I threw that on, threw on a little shirt, little t-shirt. I don't even remember what it said, something. It was clean. It was in my dresser. That's all you need to know. Threw on some sweatpants and my Crocs, and I hit it. So I went there, get to the office, come in, let them know, I'm here to take a COVID test. Everybody whispering, I'm here to take a COVID test. Y'all coming in there to take some other kind of test, and you embarrassed. I want to take a COVID. Yeah, ma'am, I'm here to take a COVID test. Yes, and like y'all in there for STD. I'm in here for an STD. No, sis, it ain't STD. It's a COVID test, and we in the middle of a pandemic. It's the COVID test, and you are not gonna look at me like I'm crazy, okay? COVID, airborne. Don't do it. Nah, the girl didn't do that, but I'm tired of people acting like COVID is AIDS or HIV. Y'all act like it's like something so that you supposed to be this real down low, quiet, hush. Let me not tell nobody. I'm embarrassed. I don't want nobody looking at me no kind of way. It's not that serious, babe. It's really not. COVID. It's an airborne attack on your immune system. Long story short. But anyway, rant over. Go back to the room with the young lady. And so they changed it up on me, because I was always scared to take the test, because I was like, they're not finna stick that stick up to my brain. I've seen it on videos, I've seen it on the news. I wasn't having it. I don't like nothing besides this nose ring. I'm not really big on putting stuff in my nose and all that. I'm just not. I freaked out getting this. Freaked. Hollering and screamed, grabbed lady's arm. Freaked. I'm satisfied with it, but I'm not with all that nose stuff, though. Keep your hands out my nose and out my face, and we're good. Anyway, so we get to the room. Young lady has the test laid out. It's a long swab. The swab is about this long, but it actually breaks in half. So she comes in there and she tells me, okay, you're actually going to do the test yourself. What you're going to do is you're going to grab the swab. You're going to take the swab, put it in your nose as far back as you can go, both sides. And I was like, how far? She was like, put in your nose. And I was like, well, how far? As far as it could go, just comfortably. I was like, okay, so I'm not finna stick. So me in my head, I'm like, I'm not finna stick this up my brain. I'm already sick. I'm already tired. I haven't eaten. I'm not hungry, but I'm fatigued. I ain't finna stick this thing all the way up to my brain. My brain already been on ice with these headaches. So I get it. I put it up there further enough. I can feel it up here. Not quite to my brain, but I can feel it up here in my nasal cavity. So I do it on both sides, swab it. It was kind of weird because I was a little bit congested. So it was kind of like, ooh, I gotta stick this in this side. Usually, you blow your nose, you're done. You don't blow your nose from here, take it out, blow your nose. It was a little odd, but I was like, whatever. I gotta do this. I get out of here. I need to go home and lay down. I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. Sit. Let me go. So go ahead with the head, did the swab, broke the little Q-tip in half, and I put it in this like little vial. It had some type of clear liquid in the bottom. I don't know if it could have been in water. I don't know. Something. It was clear. I don't know. I didn't ask. So I took it, put it inside the little vial like she told me, closed it back up, and handed it over to her. She took it and put it in like this Ziploc bag thingy where it's not resealable. You just slap it, closed, and it's closed. That was it. That was it, and I was done. So I was like, okay, cool. Go up to the front. Lady in the front tells me, hey, your results are going to be here 1 to 3 days. How would you like to get the results? Phone, email, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you put it on my phone. It's fine. I don't care. Whatever. Ain't got nothing to hide. It's just COVID if it is. At this point, I'm thinking it probably is. I was about 80% sure it was, but I just needed a confirmation. So I just waited. It actually came in a day. She said 1 to 3 days, but it ended up coming on like day 2. So I get a text message on my phone. Text message says something to the effect of my Florida, click the link to get your test results. So I clicked the link. I had to make a little small profile and confirm who I was, date of birth, gender, and I think zip code. I think it was zip code. Date of birth, zip code, gender. And so put that information in there, boop, 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 real quick. Open it up, and the first thing I see, and I was just like, it's like, okay. I already knew the results, but I didn't Like, I felt like, okay, I already know it's gonna say I got it. But then when I actually saw it, I was like, well, damn. I had a little second. I was like, it's not really. It's not really. So you telling me, so what you said, so in other words, you're saying I have COVID. In other words, you mean I am positively identified as a COVID patient. In other words, you telling me I might not make it. So it took me a minute to kind of grasp that concept. I sat there for a minute like, okay, all right. It sunk in, it started to resonate more in my brain. I sent it out to a couple of close family members, let them know. Sent it to my boss. So he knew I wasn't lying and I wasn't, oh, I'm just gonna take off work. No, sis, when I take off work, I'll take off. Not no 1 day, 2 day, no baby. I need like a week. Anyway, sent it out and just laid in the bed and kind of thought about it. And I can only imagine, for someone receiving test results for something. I'm not saying COVID isn't serious, because it was, but something even more serious, something even more life-threatening. Because at that moment, I was like, okay, well, my symptoms are getting worse. I feel worse. I feel like I can't move. I feel like I'm not hungry. I can't eat. At this time, I just started drinking. I was just drinking a lot of water and Powerade and ginger ale just to kind of settle my stomach, because my stomach just didn't feel right. It was just weird. I can't explain feeling that I started feeling in my stomach. So I just like, let me just drink something. Maybe I'll feel better because I'm not hungry. And I feel like if I do eat something, even if it's something small, I'm gonna regurgitate, throw it up. And I don't want to do that. I don't feel like cleaning. I don't have time. It's gonna be stank. I just clean my room. Listen, that's nasty. I don't want to deal with throw up. So let me just drink some, stay hydrated. Went to sleep most likely, because with the COVID, when I had COVID, it was like I slept a lot, but then when I wasn't sleeping, I was in pain. So it's 50% of sleeping, 50% in pain. And I wasn't in pain when I was asleep, because I was so asleep I didn't realize what the heck was going on. Went to sleep, woke up the next morning. My doctor called me. She, of course, got the results too. Gave me a little quick list of everything to do. Make sure I at least don't sit in the bed all day and crawl up under my covers. I did it anyway because I wasn't feeling good. I was sick. Make sure I stay hydrated. Did tell her, I don't have an appetite, so I don't know what you're gonna eat. She was like, just stay hydrated, you'll be okay. I was like, all right, are you coughing? I was like, yeah, I'm coughing. And mind you, I have asthma, so I got a little nervous because I was like, yeah, it does affect your breathing. So she told me to go ahead and get like some Robitussin DM, take some of that alongside the antibiotics she gave me. Stay quarantined, don't go to work. And she said on Friday she said next week. She said, call me back next week and I'll have you come in and we'll redo a test and see if you're still positive. So I'm like, okay, sure. So that day, I think that day was when I really started feeling like I was gonna die, because the symptoms got even worse, y'all. Like worse. Body aching, temperature, headache out the wazoo. I can't eat. I feel like I'm finna throw up. I was just a mess. And I started thinking, I was like, I really think this is it. This is it for me. Lord, if this is it for me, just tell me. Just let me know. Just so we're on the same page so I can prepare. So in my other phone here, they have a note section. I literally took my other phone out, charged it, and I started making my obituary. I promise you, I wouldn't lie. I'm not trying to be funny. I am so serious. And death is serious. Death is real. Death is permanent. Death. Death. I said death. You know what I'm talking about. Death is permanent. I was sure that was it. I was like, okay, something ain't right. This ain't right. I got COVID. I just recently, attended a funeral where somebody just passed, 2 people that just passed from COVID very close to me. Had some family members with it. Seen it all over the news. I'm paranoid. I'm just going through it right now. There's no medicine to really give me to make these symptoms go away. I'm laying in the bed. I'm bored. I'm tired of watching TV. So let me go ahead and plan out my obituary. Okay, yeah. Put me in all white. Check. Got an all white outfit. Make sure my hair is combed. Check. Light lipstick. Light makeup. Don't have me looking like RuPaul, because I don't want to look like him when I see the Lord. Check. I'm going through it and I'm just thinking of things that I really want to happen at my funeral. And I'm like, okay, anybody who knows me knows I love New Orleans. And I went to New Orleans about 2 years ago for the first time. And I don't know if you guys know, but how they do their funerals, they do them as a celebration. So they do parades. They do, go out and do parades in the street. They have I think it's A-line. Don't quote me. They have the band. The band there with the drums, and they have people dancing, and that's how they celebrate, someone's passing. So since I've seen that, it was dope. And I was like, okay, that's what I want at my funeral. I don't want nobody sad. I don't want nobody crying. I want them to have a New Orleans style band to do a nice parade before they bring me into the church. They can have the church. We can still have church. We can have church. I'm a PK. I grew up as a PK. We can have church. But before we get into church, go ahead and do a little parade for me. Yeah. Okay. Be respectful, but do a New Orleans style parade. Get it together. I started out of nowhere. I was like, okay, well, let me look on YouTube and see which band I want to perform. So I'm looking on there. I'm like, oh yeah, this one is good. I like the colors that they have, but then I want to mix it up a little bit. But I like when they have the kids there and the adults, because it's like, generations passing down the tradition of whatever's going on. If it is a death celebration or whatever, they passing that down. So they teaching them how to do it. So by the time they get to my funeral, because this video has been on here for like a year, the kid is already gonna be, real good at the stepping and they all of that stuff. Look it up. It is worth looking it up. Once things die down, go to New Orleans. You'll see. You will never be the same after seeing one of those parades. I promise you, you won't. You won't. Not right now. Give it some time to calm down, cool down, and go and check it out. So I'm looking at YouTube. I'm like, okay, yeah, I like this band. I want them to come out. I wonder how they're gonna do the interviews, because I'm just putting this in my will, and I'm not finna go interview nobody because I'm already sick and I don't want to get nobody else sick because I need them to perform at my funeral. I went on a tangent, like this went on for like 2 or 3 hours. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm like, okay, my dog is going to my cousin because my cousin loves dogs, and he's the one who taught me into getting this dog, so he's gonna be able to get the dog. And in the house, I don't really care about the house, but at least let my family come in and get some of the essentials and all that, so they could be reminded of me. I don't really care what happened to the house, because hey, it's the house. I couldn't bring it with me. It is what it is. I don't care what they do with my car. I don't care what they do with nothing. And then for my job, I know they already got my job of opportunity available, because that's how they do. Put yourself first, because I'm telling you, them jobs do not care. They will have your doggone job up and ready to rehire before your obituary come out. I promise you. I promise you. So I was like, I don't really care about my job. I don't care what they do. They go do whatever, just long as hey, I do it. I don't care. So I went on this until I fell asleep. I just went on this whole thing, and I have made my list. I still got my list out. Now, what I am going to do is print this out, because you never know. I'm cured. I believe I'm healed in the name of Jesus. I believe that. But stuff happens, and I don't need chaos. Get it right. Get it tight. White outfit. Comb my hair. Light makeup. Parade. It's that simple. Don't be hollering, screaming, and carrying on, because I don't want it. And that's it. That's my will. And it shall be done. Anyway. So the next day, it's sunk in that, I got the vid, and, I'm definitely not going to be able to go to work. I texted my boss that night before and told him I was just miserable. I just laid in the bed. I think I might have turned the TV on. I can't even remember. If it was on, I couldn't hear it, because I had like this weird, I was sick. I couldn't he really listen to the TV, pay attention to it. Body was hurting. I had this weird aftertaste starting to come in. It was very weird. I don't know what it was from, maybe from me not eating or what, but it was this weird taste that I had in my mouth. So I'm continuously drinking water and got to the point where I love drinking water. I couldn't drink water anymore. I was tired of drinking water. So I ended up getting like some Powerade or something. I had some Powerade, sit there, drunk some ginger ale. And I think I started to get a little couple crackers because my stomach, I was like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. But I don't want that throw up where you know you haven't eaten and you throw up anyway and you feel worse. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to throw up, but you know, let me go ahead and eat some crackers or something real quick because I don't want to feel bad me being lazy enough to find I don't want to clean up the throw up. Okay? Saltines. They're good. I'll eat them all the time, so it wasn't a big deal. So I ate a couple of those, on and off sleep throughout the whole day. On and off sleep. Then later that night, I get a call in saying, for my dad's wife, mind you, he was here in Florida visiting right before I got sick, and he was showing some symptoms, but not really. I thought it was a cold. We all assumed it was a cold. He kept his mask on. I kept my mask on, but you know, he stayed with me. It is what it is. So he calls, well, his wife calls like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, oh God. Oh Lord, what's going on? Oh God, somebody's calling me. Somebody's calling me who's not saved to my phone. Somebody's calling me who's not saved to my phone, and it's in another state. Oh God, it's 11:30. What's going on? So I hurry up and answer my phone. Butterfingers, but I'm like, oh, I gotta answer it. So I answer my phone. She calls. She lets me know, hey, you know, dad's kind of sick. He's got symptoms. We think it's best to take him to the hospital. We're gonna head over to the hospital. He'll have his phone charger. You can call him then. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye. 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 If you know, you know. Anyway, if you know, you know. So I'm freaking out at this point. She was like, yeah, we're going to take him, have an ambulance, take him over to the hospital. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, Lord, no. Now, if you know me, you know I'm very, 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 very close to my dad. Very, like, that's my dog. I'm very close to my dad. Could have just said it like that. Why I gotta get all ratchet? I guess 'cause I can't do that at work, so I can do it here. It's fine. Anyway, so we're very, very, very close. So I'm like, oh God, my dad's not feeling. So of course, immediately I call him directly. Hello. And you know, his voice is very low and raspy, and he sounds weak. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, mind you, I'm still sick, but in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. Oh God, I can't do nothing. Well, I can't even get in. I can't even get on the plane real quick to go see and make sure he's okay. Like, I'm freaking out. My heart is beating fast, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna head to the doctor." And my dad's a big guy. He's not like no little small Looney Tooney. He's a big guy, so he's talking, and I can hear the distress in his voice, and it's not good. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my God, oh Lord, oh God." So he said, you know, he head to the hospital and keep me posted. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm not sleeping. Now, mind you, I had been on and off sleeping because I've been taking this NyQuil, I've been taking this aspirin and all this other crap to try to make me feel better. It hadn't made me feel better. I didn't go to sleep, couldn't go to sleep, freaking out because I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my dad. Mind you, like I said, I had, you know, lost quite a few people so far to COVID, and I'm just freaking out. And I'm like, Lord, pull out the obituary again. Lord, listen, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm gone. If this is how it's gonna end, I'm gone. My daddy, I'm not staying here with this. I am not. I will not. I was literally in there talking to the Lord. Listen, I will not. You're not gonna do this to me. No way. Okay, I'm done. I'm gone. If he gone, if he leaving, I'm leaving. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing nothing else. I am done, Lord. I am not. Like, that's how I was. That's how I was. I got my obituary together. I'm done. That's it. Take me too. We done. So he ended up calling me, I think like the next morning. I had got a little bit of rest, but not very much. Of course, still sick. This is day, I say 4, 5. I'm still sick. I'm still sweating. I'm still getting chills. I'm still having this frog in my throat. It was a mess. I'm sweating all over the place, sweating like a hog, and hogs don't sweat. Like a horse. I think horses sweat. Anyway, sweating like a horse, a dog, whatever. I was sweating a lot. He calls and he says, hey, I'm still in the lobby. It's very packed in here. They're giving me some antibiotics. They're testing me for COVID. They end up testing for COVID and pneumonia. And came back that, yep, he was positive for COVID and pneumonia. Now, mind you, when he left the state of Florida and got back to New York at the airport, supposedly they gave him a COVID test and they said the test was negative. Okay? I forgot to throw in that little tidbit. Oh yeah, the test is negative. So I'm like, okay, cool, he's negative. This was when he came back from Florida to New York. And now they're telling me you have pneumonia and COVID. Lord, I was like, Jesus, take the wheel, take my life, take everything. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not staying here. I ain't finna be up here. Earth is ghetto. I'm done. I am done. My dad is not feeling well. He's got COVID. He's got freaking pneumonia. He's in the hospital. They've admitted him. I'm done. I'm already sick. My dog just ate. He just ate. He ain't 8 days. Well, he ate. But not his food. I can't deal with this. I got people acting crazy. People calling. I'm done. We're not doing this no more. So he's in the hospital, he gets admitted or whatever. I'm still dealing with my thing, but he's more freaking out more for me than him. And I'm like, you're in the hospital, you need to chill. I'll figure this out on my end, but in my head, I'm like, don't you do this, because I can't. We gone? We gone? Is we gone? We gone? Okay, you better let me know. We're not doing this. We're not. We will not. So he assured me that, he's tried to be the tough guy. I'm okay. I'm all right. And they had him on the breathing, oxygen, just oxygen. They had him on some oxygen to get his breathing under control. And they had some concerns about, some other stuff, which is none of your business. And I'm not telling you. Anyway, so I'm still sick, mind you, on my end. There's nothing I can take. I'm looking online. Like, I don't know what it is about when you get sick, you look online, you Google it 10 million times, how to cure this, how to soothe this, how to deal with this, how to deal with that. I kept doing it, and my frustration came in because there's nothing you can do. You just got to sit there and wait it out, not like you're going to die, write your little obituary out, talk to Jesus, and then he'll decide if he wants you to stay or not. I ain't got time for that. Okay? So anyway, going forward, still have the symptoms, can't smell, can't taste, having these crazy headaches, getting these crazy temperatures. Several times throughout the day, I gotta stop and take aspirin because the doctor did say, okay, it was all right to take aspirin for the headaches. Never really got no Robitussin. I've had never Robitussin in my life. I'm good. I don't need it. I was tired and feel like going nowhere. I had NyQuil and Dayquil, and that's what I drank. Okay. Drank that. Mind you, still not really getting relief of the symptoms. But I'm still taking it because it helped me go to sleep. And when I go to sleep, I don't feel anything. That's literally it. It helped with nothing. Nothing could help. Nothing would make it stop. Nothing. Me sleeping is what helped me. So went ahead, continued to stay in the bed. Mind you, I got, my boss texting me every other day, asking me the same stupid question, when you come back to work, when I feel like it. When I feel like it. If somebody texts you and tell you they have COVID, why are you gonna call them or text them the day after? Or a day after? Or 1 to 2 days after? Hey, just checking on you, coming to work? No. And ain't. Got to the point where I stopped responding so quickly. I didn't stop responding completely. I stopped responding so quickly because usually I would get the text and I would respond back to him, hey, hey. I stopped responding so quickly. So I was like, okay, I'm not finna respond to you just because you're my boss so quickly. You know I'm sick, whatever. And I ended up falling asleep anyway. So fell asleep and wake up to a text. Hey, by the way, somebody from your job, none of your business, called to see if you were okay. Who? What? My dad texted me, who's in the hospital with pneumonia and COVID. Hey, somebody so-and-so, I'm not going to say their name, and I'm not going to tell you the name of my job, called and was checking on you, see if you was coming in or how you're feeling. And I said, what? Now, I just told you I got COVID. I just told you less than 2 days ago I had COVID. What makes you think I'm going to get up out my bed to do your job? And I'm sick. I'm over here calling Jesus on the main line, write my obituary out, trying to order me a band so they can come in from New Orleans and they can all come with their stuff, their little trumpets and horns and toots and drums and all of that, and their little feathers and stuff and their little church shoes so they can come and do a parade at my funeral. And you asking about me coming to work. Are you simple, stupid, or slow? Which one is it? Do you not have Google? Do you not know common sense? COVID don't go away in a day or two. Don't keep asking me. So basically texting back, hey, bruh, listen. Don't call me. Don't call my family. Don't call nobody. I'm sick. I'm home indefinitely. I'll let you know when I feel better. And that's on period. He got the picture, kind of. Went ahead and was like, okay, cool. Let me know when you feel better. Mind you, I'm still feeling like death, but I'm still trying to get up every day because doctor did say, hey, make sure you're actually moving. So I got up, took showers as long as I could, lay back down, out of commission, sleeping, get up, crazy aches, crazy headaches, crazy chills, crazy fever, take some more NyQuil, and go back to sleep. And aspirin, go back to sleep. That's it. So comes up to that Monday. It was that Monday or Tuesday, the next week. Doctor tells me, come on in to make your appointment. So I ended up making my appointment for like Friday. I still felt like crap. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can make the appointment. So me making the appointment is not going to change my status. So I have to actually feel like getting out of the bed, getting dressed, and looking like something. Not a lot, just something. And going up there. So I made the appointment for that Friday. By Tuesday, I started to feel a little better. The headaches subsided. I'm like, okay, headaches have subsided. Aches are still there. So on a scale of a 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, aches got to from an 8 when it first started to about a 4 or 3. Still not doing much, only getting out of the bed for a shower and used to use the restroom. I'm quarantined in my room, door closed, not doing much, not eating, not having a desire to eat. But I'm greedy, so I was looking online at people eating in mukbangs and cooking shows and all that stuff, but I wasn't hungry. I'm just like food like that. So Tuesday goes by, Wednesday it improves a little bit. So I'm improving about maybe 5% a day. Still not eating, still not hungry, still can't sleep very well, can't smell, can't taste. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better as far as my movement. So I got up, I washed my sheets, doing little things. I cleaned up my room again because, it wasn't where I wanted it to be. Yeah, I cleaned up my room when I was sick with COVID. I don't care. I don't want my room nasty. I don't like no nasty house. So get to Friday. So this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's when I'm starting to improve a little bit better. Starting to actually try to get up and do something. Because the doctor did say not to lay in the bed. So I'm like, okay, I got to at least get up. So I did a little bit of that. Friday came along. I said, let me go check the mailbox. I haven't checked the mail. So I got up, checked the mail, walked the dog, around the house, and do too much walking because I'm still weak. I feel a little bit better. I feel about 65, 70% better by the time I get over to the doctor's office on that Friday. Got up, went in, same same hat from New York with a little fur ball on it, knit hat. I was tired. I wasn't gonna do nothing to my hair. I didn't have time. I wasn't in the mood. I was sick. No. Let me put this hat on and let me go on in there. I walked in there with my little Shih Tzu doggy t-shirt on, some sweatpants, and my Crocs. box. I went in, me knowing that what my status was, I was a lot more vigilant. I actually wore 2 masks. I wore a cloth mask and I wore a cloth mask and I wore my regular mask on, just because I was like, you know, what I just went through, I don't wish it on anyone. I don't even wish it on the enemy. I don't really have an enemy, but if I did, or somebody I really didn't like, I wouldn't wish it on them. And I can wish some mean stuff. Trust me, my mouth is reckless. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. So I'm like, you know, let me sanitize before I go in. Let me put both my masks on, sit far away from everyone. They called my name, same routine, went back there. Actually, the doctor was there this time, not the lady who was there before who told me what to do. Doctor was there, went through the same process, you know, and tells me, you know, take the swab, put it up as far as you can go, left, right, left, right, left, 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 right. Anyway, I did it a couple times. Same thing. I didn't go to my brain. I just went as far enough as I was comfortable with. Put it in my nose. Broke the tab off. Put it back in the vial with the clear solution, water or whatever. Same thing. Doctor says, okay, 1 to 3 days. I'm like, okay, cool. By the way, you want a B12 shot? Sure. Don't know what it is. It's free. I'll take it. I figured the doctor wouldn't give me something that I wouldn't need. I remember her talking to me about a B12 shot before, but again, I was still a little sick, still, you know, got my obituary on hold, talked to the Lord, had him on the main line. I was still not 100%, so I'm like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. As I'm leaving, get a call from my dad, because, you know, we talk every day. Just make sure he's good, he's improving, he's getting better. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna stay. I'm still gonna keep this obituary and Jesus on the main line, but we're good. So I'm starting to feel better. So that helped me feel even better. Went home, waited again. I think it was again at like 2 days this time. 2 days. I actually was on the phone. I think I was on the phone with my dad. And I got a text, came in. It was like 11:30 at night on Saturday. Took the test Friday, got the test back on Saturday, like 11:30. And I got the text, you know, opened it up, looked at it again, and it said positive. And I'm like, I know I haven't done anything as far as reading much recently. Last couple, you know, it was about a week and a half now. I haven't been to work, haven't really read a book, haven't really done anything intellectual, but it says I'm positive again. How am I positive again if I was already positive the first time around? So I'm talking to him, he's still talking, I'm still looking. I was like, it says I'm positive. And I'm like, how is that? Oh no, I'm reading the wrong one. So I go back in there, look at it again, look at the date. Okay, no, that's the first one. This is the second one. You're positive again. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I'm feeling better. My dad's feeling better. So I'm not sure why I'm still positive, because this is like in a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. What's going on? Not really sure. So the doctor calls the next day. She calls. It took me by surprise because she called. It was like on a Sunday. She called on Sunday. The doctor called on the Sunday. She is doing her work for the Lord. She called me on a Sunday. Now, mind you, I was like, what the heck? Am I dying? Doctor, call me. Now, usually I don't answer my phone, but I've been getting a lot of calls from my family members and friends and things like that, checking on me. So it's a local number. So I was like, okay, it's local. I'll give it a shot. Nobody's gonna really call playing on my phone, because I'm not the 1 or the 2, baby. 1 or the 2. Somebody would call playing on my phone because I don't have drama and stuff going on like that. I ain't got time. No. I don't have time. I don't deal with stuff like that. So I figured, okay, let me answer the phone. So I answered the phone. It was a doctor. I was like, oh, okay. Special delivery. I want that. Special delivery. I need that. Okay. If you don't know that song, you're too young. Anyway, she calls me. She says, yeah, I got your results back. I see that here that you're still positive. You feeling any symptoms? And I'm like, just a little headache, a little dizziness from here, you know, here and there. But as far as my fevers, those crazy fevers where I'm just like breaking out sweats, those subsided for the most part. I get a little hot throughout the night, but I can't really gauge that because I'm always get hot in the middle of the night, and I'm always just getting upset, just taking off all the covers. Just throw the covers on the floor. Throw them on the floor. Throw them on the floor. Throw them on the floor. Okay, let me stop. You can tell I ain't been out in a minute, and I won't be. I didn't have a club at home. So messing up what I want to say. So I still had just like a slight fever when I'm sleeping, or temperature, which could be normal to be typical. I had a little bit of dizziness, and I told her that, and so she just told me make sure I just intake a lot more vegetables, make sure I'm doing a little bit of exercise, and nothing too extreme, but a little bit of exercising will help. Get myself some ginger, get myself something with turmeric, or get some turmeric and garlic, and I have tons of garlic in my house. I always have garlic because I love garlic. So she's told me to get that. Call me back in a week. We'll schedule. So that's where we're at right now. It's been about 2 weeks or so since I got my first initial symptom and my first official certification of being a vid patient. So I feel a lot better, as you can tell. I don't have the dark circles under my eyes anymore because they were black. Like those dark circles, that's how I knew I needed to start writing my obituary, because my eyes had the biggest black circles. The black is like black as this. Black. That's gone for the most part. It's a little bit there still, but it's gone. I'm actually able to eat a little something. I can't really taste a lot. Most things I taste very salty, like extremely salty. Like, when did this get so salty? Usually I love salt, but baby, you about to choke me and take me out. So a little bit of taste, I taste a little bit. My smell is on and off. It's not 100%. I would say it's at maybe 60-70%. So I can smell a little bit of something. I can smell, like, what did I try to smell earlier? I smelled the dog. I was able to smell him. He wasn't stink. He got his hair cut recently. I take care of my child, okay? I smelled that. I think I smelled some washing powder, washing liquid stuff. Yeah, I smelled that. And I smelled that on the clothes, and I was like, I was folding up the clothes, and I was like, okay. All right, gang, come through with them fresh scents. All right, girl. Smelled that, and I've been eating a little bit. I haven't really had a huge appetite, but I've been eating a little bit, feeling a lot better. And let me tell you, so after all this time I hadn't eaten, right? I assumed, I'm like, okay, I haven't eaten. I'm sick. I feel like I'm finna go. I feel like I'm out of here. I got my all black on. You see, I was ready for my funeral. I'm telling you, on my hair, put my eyeglasses on, my black dress. Actually, I wanted to wear white, but I'm ready. I'm dressed for the funeral. Black, okay? Nails already black. It was a perfect timetable. Anyways, I'm eating a little bit. I'm feeling a lot better. I've had a couple people bring me over different home remedies to help with my breathing because I have asthma, and everybody's worried about me, and I really appreciate it. I had my sister bought me something, and my godmom bought me something. So the other thing she had me bring, she made my godmom's mom is like really dope, and she made something like really dope, and I can't tell you what's in it because I don't know what's in it. She brought it to me, and I took it, and I knew I was gonna be feeling better, and I am, period. My sister did the same. She brought me something special. I don't know what everything it was in there. Cash at me, and I'll tell you. I'll find out for you. Cash at me though, and add the extra $1. Highest bid gets the recipe. But yeah, I feel a lot better. I'm not really having much of any of the symptoms anymore. I'm actually able to sleep through the night. Actually gonna go back to work tomorrow. I'm gonna work from home. That's the safest place to be right now anyway. Really not sweating as much. I've been sanitizing the HE double hockey sticks out of everything. which is weird because I've done it before. Always have my sin, always have my mask. It's crazy how I got it, but it is what it is. I got it. I feel like I beat it. Although I haven't gotten my positive results yet, I will be going Monday. But I have faith that everything's gonna be fine. My dad's home from the hospital today, so that's awesome. So everything's working out okay. It's working out well. What I would say is, after going through this whole experience, I respect it more, the virus, a lot more. I'm very vigilant. I'm seeing like my family members like out, and they send me pictures, not seeing them out, but seeing them on social media out, because I haven't been out. I'm being responsible. I'm seeing them out, and I'm like, okay, wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitizer. I'm just on them a lot more. This virus was the sickest I've ever been. I've never been this sick in my life, ever. So I can only imagine how it does really affect children and the elderly. I wouldn't wish that, like I said, on anybody, but it's very difficult for them to have to deal with this. So it's really just something that you want to just try to do what you can to make sure you stay vigilant. Wash your hands, wear your mask, put your sanitizer on. I did it and still got it. Don't feel bad. Don't hang your head low. It is what it is. You guys stay safe out there. Make sure you wear your mask, sanitize, wash your hands with soap, back and forth, sing happy birthday twice with some soap. Make sure you guys are doing what you can to avoid getting sick. Getting sick sucks. A regular sick, a cold, a fever, headache, but having all those at one time, it was like the flu times 10. The flu on steroids. I couldn't take it. It was horrible. It was terrible. I have nothing good to say about it. Thank God I'm past it. Thank God I rose up. I survived against all the haters. I'm still gonna keep my obituary. I'm gonna still keep that. You never know. And let me tell you something. At my funeral, nobody ain't eating nothing. You ain't supposed to be there to eat. You supposed to be there to mourn and be upset and be crying and be pissed off. You ain't there to eat. So don't bring no food, don't bring no ham, don't bring no turkey. You is there to grieve. Bye guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you send all your comments. Make sure you subscribe. More videos coming soon. Don't count me out. T Speaks, and I'm out. Peace.